Hey, thanks for watching. Today I'm gonna teach you how to do the crisscross stitch. This is the crisscross stitch. So you're gonna cross your stitch on top of the other one. This is how I'm gonna show you how to do it. Take your yarn. I've got a 5mm hook. Your base chain needs to be an uneven number. So today I'm gonna do 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. And then skip the first stitch and in the next stitch do a single crochet. And in the next stitch a single crochet, and in every other stitch you'll do a single crochet until you're back at the beginning. So that means that I will be having 12 single crochet. So is your number bigger than this, then you'll need to count your single crochets. Always start with an uneven number of chains. Okay, this is your first row. Your first row is only single crochet. And then chain 3, turn your work. This is counting as a double crochet. So on top of the single crochet of the previous row, this is your first double crochet. Then skip the next chain. And in the next stitch, and in the stitch after that you'll do a double crochet. And then you're going to do a double crochet in front of this double crochet and into the stitch you've just skipped. So yarn over, and you're going to do your crochet hook in this stitch. Pull up a yarn and pull it a little bit upwards so your stitch or your yarn isn't very tight, and then just finish your double crochet. So pull through 2 and pull through 2. Then skip the next chain, a stitch, and in the stitch after that you do a double crochet. And then in a stitch you've just skipped, do another double crochet. So in front of this double crochet, put your yarn, put your hook through the stitch, pull up your yarn, pull it a bit more upwards, and pull through 2 and pull through 2. Okay, this is what we're gonna be repeating for this whole row. So skip the next stitch, and in the stitch after that a double crochet, and then make a double crochet in front of this double crochet into the stitch you've just skipped, and then again skip this chain stitch. I don't know why I'm still calling this a chain, but I'm gonna be mixing up Dutch and English a bit. And then again the crisscross stitch. And then we have 1, 2 and 3 stitches left. This is your last stitch. And then skip this stitch, and in the next stitch you'll do a double crochet. And then a double crochet in front of this double crochet into the stitch you've skipped. And then in the last stitch you do 1 double crochet. So this is your row 2. You can see how the crisscross stitch comes together. Then you chain 1, turn your work, and in that same stitch you do a single crochet, and then a single crochet in every stitch across this row. I think my yarn needs to be a little bit further so my camera needs to focus. So okay, here again a single crochet, in the next stitch a single crochet. We're gonna do that until the end. That means I have to have 12 single crochets. If you don't, just make sure you have the 12 single crochets, or if you're making your work bigger, then make sure you have the numbers of stitches you had when you were working your first row. So this is the last stitch. That makes my single crochets to 12. Okay, from here on we are going to repeat rows 2 and 3. So I'm going to show you this one more time. Chain 3, turn your work. So this is your double crochet on top of the single crochet at the end, and then skip the next stitch, and in the stitch after that you're going to do a double crochet, and then you're going to do a double crochet in front of this double crochet into the stitch you've just skipped. Make sure your yarn isn't too tight, or else your work is gonna be like, well, it's pulling downwards. I don't know how to really explain it in English, because well, I don't always have the words for that. Skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch do a double crochet, and then a double crochet into this stitch you skipped, and then skip this stitch into the next stitch, double crochet, and then a double crochet in the stitch you've skipped. I'm gonna do this a bit faster because I hope you get the hang of it. Skip this stitch, and into the next stitch you'll do a double crochet, and then a double crochet into the stitch you've skipped. Well, I don't like this yarn because it's very, well, difficult to crochet with. Skip the next stitch, and into the next do a double crochet, and then a double crochet in front of this double crochet into the stitch you skipped. And then in the last stitch, that's this one, do a double crochet. So this is your row 2. We repeat it. So this, your first row was the single crochet, your row 2 was a crisscross stitch, so this is also the row 2 we've made, and then we're going to repeat row 3. So all there is to it is you have to do row 2 and row 3 to repeat your pattern. Chain 1, turn your work, and in the same stitch you do a single crochet. And then in every other stitch across this row you do a single crochet, and for my work I need to have 12 single crochet when I am at the end of this row. So don't forget the last one. This is your chain 3 of the beginning of your crisscross row. So don't forget to make a single crochet in that one. Okay, so this is your crisscross stitch. You can make it as long and as wide as you want to. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you well, can do something with this stitch, and I'm really curious of what you're making. So for me, I think that, when you turn your work after you do your single crochet, that this is the right side. For me that's the more beautiful side, but you can also say, well, this is my good side, but it's just what you prefer. Okay, I hope to be back soon with another stitch. Hope you enjoyed this, and you could follow me in my English with a very Dutch accent. So I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.